Hey everybody, welcome to the HITI Pre Game Show. A pleasant Monday to you wherever you may be. Welcome to the Pre Game Show here on Halos in the Infield, as the Halos take on the Giants in the first of a 3-game series at the Big A today. If you're looking for tickets, go to 714 Tickets. Angel tickets, Dodger tickets, Padres tickets, all the MLB teams you can think of, all the pro football sports that you could think of, and college. So it's all there on 714 Tickets. Also concerts, the big Taylor Swift concert going on still until Wednesday at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So it's all right there for you. And also theater events as well. So it's all right there on 714 Tickets. Right now you can put the code in HITI for 10% off. Very good deal. I've used it the last couple of games. It's very good stuff, so check that out. Again, 10% off in the code. Put the code HITI in the checkout. There's no hidden fees or surprises at checkout as well. And then also, you'll get 5% back on future purchases. And then you can add that percentage up to your savings. So check that out. 714-842-5387 is the number to 714 Tickets right there. Also check out Noble Ale Works, of course, right there at 1621 Sinclair Street, Suite B in Anaheim, California, 920806. Mention Halos in the Infield for drink specials and free parking there during games. So check that out. You'll get one of these stickers here. Buy one, get one free pint specials from the helpful and nice bartenders there. After the 7th inning, you can get there at Noble Ale Works and get this deal right here. Or after the game, stop there by Noble Ale Works. Have a good time before and after games. Just for home games here for this coupon there. So check that out. And also check out the Noble Ale Works Instagram page. They will have the food truck options that will be in. And weekly. So check that out for more. You have to definitely take advantage of that. I was checking out, of course, a pizzeria that came over. Some great stuff going on there at Noble Ale Works. Yesterday they had some barbecue nachos and chicken going on. And they also have some other things going on today as well. But yeah, great stuff going on. There's a Halos Hangout going on today, of course, at Noble Ale Works. The doors open at 4, and the food service is from the Wicked Kitchen at Instagram, right there at Noble Ale Works today. So check that out. They also have comedy nights, I think, on Fridays. I'm going to go check that out one day. That should be fun to see. Alright, also watch the Todd Fox post-game show. He'll be at almost every Angels game. He'll be at today's game. So if you see him, shout him out, tag us, and tag him. Just message him or Halos in the Infield on Instagram, and maybe you could do a meetup with him. Also, check out the new Halos in the Infield flagship podcast. There was one put out just this morning about the series recap, the sweep, of course, handed out by the Mariners to the Angels. Talk about that and much, much more. Find it on YouTube and also wherever you find your podcasts. So Podbean, Spotify, Apple, Google, and other podcast mediums out there. And then don't forget to follow us on social media. So Facebook, Twitter, or X, whatever it's called now, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. So check all that out. So today's game, the first of 3, 6:38 coming up. You got Logan Webb going for the Giants, the right-hander, and then Sandoval, the left-hander, of course, going for the Angels. Let's start with the starting pitcher for the Angels, Patrick Sandoval, of course. He is 6-8 with a 3.39 ERA. He's got, of course, a fastball at 93, 86 on the slider, 83 on the changeup, and 76 on the curveball. Slider, of course, is down and in to the right-handed batters. Changeup is outside in the zone, so that looks good. Fastball is where he gets in trouble with, it seems like, right down the middle. Curveball is something he'll need to use more, as well as a sinker, but don't have it down the middle, that's for sure. And he's trying the sweeper, but it hasn't got him too much success. As I look at the numbers, not many home runs given up, but still there has to be a better walk to strikeout ratio. The changeup has given him the most strikeouts at 42, so like I said, should go back to that changeup more, but locate it better. If I'm him, this will be his 20th start. He's pitched 103 innings, 84 strikeouts. And then looking at, of course, his stats here, 99 hits given up, 45 earned runs, 8 home runs given up, so that's not too bad. But the 45 walks to 84 strikeouts, that could be a little better, I guess. His whip at 1.40. Looking at his last start, it was in Atlanta on August 1st. He got the loss, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Certainly kept him in the game on that Tuesday, but the Angels fell. He made his debut, of course, on August 5th of 2019 out of Mission Viejo High School in Mission Viejo, born there in 96. So, again, his 20th start this season for the 26-year-old lefty, Patrick Sandoval. For the San Francisco Giants, it would be Logan Webb. Webb, of course, 9-9 this year with a 3.45 ERA, and he's one of their better starters on the Giants, I should say. 145 strikeouts, 148 innings and 2/3 pitched. This will be his 24th start. His whip at 1.04, I should say, yeah. He made his debut on September 17, 2019, out of Rockland, California, wherever that may be, born in 96. So these two about the same age coming up here. Alright, so Webb, looking at his pitches and his way, it's kind of a sidewinder there, something to look at in his hitting. He doesn't walk much, many batters, I should say. 92 miles per hour fastball, 87 on a changeup, 84 on the slider. Pretty simple. His whip at 108, by the way, 1.08. Changeup is down in middle zone, which is a really good pitch there. Sinker he leaves up a little bit outside there. Slider bounces outside, but can get the zone. And then fastball is middle high, and that's just something to look at if you're trying to catch up to one of his pitches and do some damage, I would think. Looking at his totals for home runs here, the sinker, he's given up 7 home runs altogether. Looks like 16 home runs given up, 71 strikeouts on the changeup, so that's his deadly pitch right there. He's given up the most hits, 59 out of all the hits on the sinker. So look for the changeup and sinker, so everything to dip down on the Angels today from Logan Webb. So that's something to look at against him. This will be his 24th start. He's given up 136 hits, 57 earned runs, 17 home runs given up, 25 walks, and again, 145 strikeouts. So that's a great strikeout to walk ratio. That's really good, and that means trouble for the Angels, who of course have lost 6 straight as they lost the series to Seattle, swept, of course. Let's see. Okay, so that's it on Webb. His last game, let's mention that. The last game he had was versus Arizona on last Wednesday, the 2nd. Got the win, went 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. So he did very well for the Giants there against the Diamondbacks. So Logan Webb, a really, really good pitcher there. Going to be hard to catch up to today. Just know that the changeup and the sinker is his pitches for sure. Okay, so coming in, the Giants today, 61-51. The Angels at 56-57 now. Again, the Angels got swept by Seattle over the weekend, 4-game series. They've lost 6 straight. Oakland swept the Giants 2 games straight in Oakland, and that was kind of a surprise there. And then looking at the standings for both, the Angels now 10 games back, 10 and a half back, in the West, and 7 back in the wild card. So it's not looking good for that. Again, my thing is like 5 and below, you're in it still, but 6 and up, you're out of it. And right now, Angels definitely in their last 10 games, 2-8. Seems like they're out of it. For the Giants, they are 4.5 behind the first place Dodgers, who won today, and they're 3 games ahead in the second place wild card. Right there, tied for the first wild card spot with the Philadelphia Phillies. The Cubs have the third spot, tied with Cincinnati, but the Cubs have the tiebreaker there. The Giants are 6-4 in their last 10, so that's something to look at there for their standings. The Giants need these games for sure. Now, quickly, let's take a look at some news and transactions that's happened today. As I take a look at X, of course, which is now Twitter. It's the weirdest thing. Alright, so some transactions. The Angels recalled Zach Weiss from AAA Salt Lake City. And Jacob Webb, the reliever, right-hander, was claimed by waivers off of the Baltimore Orioles. So that's unfortunate. And then, of course, it is Mike Trout's birthday today. We hope to see him back soon this year. But if the Angels keep falling out, why would he come back, honestly? And the question of the day, of course, was a good one with Mike Trout's birthday. And saying, what was your favorite Mike Trout memory? And and I hope everybody can comment in, but I really don't have one that I know of. I know the cycle was a good one in 2013 or 12. That was really good. The fact that he homered a lot on opening day. He had a string of those happenings when the Angels used to open up at home. It seemed like on his birthday and on opening day he would homer. So that's some of my favorite memories of Mike Trout there, I guess you can say. Alright, so that's the news and all that. Transactions going on with the Angels. Hopefully they can stop the losing streak, but we'll see. For the Giants, let's get to the starting lineups real quick. For the Giants, leading off is their left fielder, Austin Slater. Batting second will be the shortstop. Batting second, that is Theodoro Estrada. Batting third will be A.J. Pollock, the right fielder. He is a new Giant. He's been bouncing around a lot lately ever since he left the Dodgers and before that other places. White Sox, Seattle. Seems like he's been all over. Alright, so batting fourth will be Wilmer Flores, the first baseman. Batting fifth will be J.D. Davis, the third baseman there. Lots of former Mets in this lineup. Batting sixth will be Patrick Bailey. He is their catcher. He's a darn good catcher, fielding and throwing and getting runners out. He's one of the best in the league, even at a young age. Batting seventh will be Michael Conforto, the designated hitter. Again, another former Met. And in batting eighth, the Giants made a little switch here. Luis Mateos will be the center fielder today, or Matos. And then batting ninth will be Mark Mathias at second base. So leading off for the Angels today, you have Luis Rengifo, the shortstop, as Zach Nettles on the IL with the back injury. And he probably came back too soon, and that's what I'm always fearful of, especially with a lingering injury. It just never goes away. Even though you try to play on it, it's never fully healed. Batting second will be Shohei Ohtani, the designated hitter. Batting third is Brandon Drury, the second baseman. Batting fourth is Mike Moustakas, the third baseman. Batting fifth is C.J. Cron, the first baseman. Batting sixth will be Mickey Moniak, the center fielder. And then batting seventh will be Hunter Renfroe, the right fielder. Batting eighth is Matt Thaiss, the catcher. And then batting ninth is Randall Grichuk, the left fielder. So looking at the matchups against these two, I imagine not many Halos have, or Giants have faced Sandoval. But looking at the Giants, Drury and Renfroe are all fours in the lineup against Webb. Wallach is hitting 333. Moniak hitting 200. Grichuk 125. Moustakas 250. Escobar 308. And then Cron hitting 263. He's seen him the most, of course, with the Rockies. And against Sandoval, the Giants, Brandon Crawford's 1-for-1, as well as Slater has a home run against Sandoval. He's 2-for-2. Jock Peterson, maybe you'll see tomorrow in the series, and Matthias both hitting all fours against him. Pollock, has 3 RBIs, as well as Flores. Pollock hitting 200, Flores hitting 500 against Sandoval, and then J.D. Davis hitting 667. So that's interesting to note for those players against Sandoval today. Alright, so schedule ahead before we get to the scores and get out of here. Again, 3 with the Giants here, Thursday off, and then on the road in Texas, Houston, and then against the Rangers before coming back home. So a very tough schedule ahead for the Angels. We knew that was going to be the case here in August. Just very, very difficult. Alright, so let's get you to some scores today. With one game already over, that was, of course, the Dodgers and the Padres. The Dodgers take the game 13-7 and win the series 3-1 over San Diego, down here in San Diego. Gosselin got the win, Lugo got the loss. There's one postponement. The Nationals in Philadelphia postponed. And that was a cool story with Trey Turner getting the admiration and the encouragement from the Philly crowd. I think I mentioned this a couple of post games ago, but that's un-Philly-like. You never see that brotherly love that they talk about. But you saw that whenever Trey Turner came up, they were giving him standing ovations. And then on, I believe it was Saturday, he made up for that or gave the crowd what they wanted with a big home run against the Royals. Brandon Marsh did leave the game, by the way, too. He had some bruises against the center field wall. Former Angel Marsh there. Let's get you some scores before we get into some stories around the league, by the way. The Twins, top of the third, lead 8-0 in Detroit. So the Twins are going early here. Bottom of the third, the Reds lead the Marlins 2-1. That's a huge series in Cincinnati. Bottom of the second, the Braves and Pirates in Pittsburgh tied, no score. Royals and Red Sox, no score. Bottom of the first, and shout out to one of the people I work with on IM6 Network, to Ben Cruz, as he lost his grandfather. So we're thinking about you, Ben, the whole IM6 crew, and just let me know if you need anything. Take time off, come back, next week, whatever you need. All here for you. Hopefully the Red Sox can start winning too. So Kansas City, Boston, tied at no score in the bottom of the first. At the end of one, 3-0 Mets leading the Cubs. That's a big series for Chicago. No score, the Blue Jays and Guardians, top of the second in Cleveland. And then coming up today at 5 o'clock, you get the Yankees at the Chicago White Sox. Rockies at Milwaukee. 6:40 the Rangers at Oakland, and that's it. So it's one of those small Monday schedules that you'll see sometimes, where it seems like just half of the league is playing, and then everybody resumes on that Tuesday. And Thursdays are like that as well, of course, with the Angels having Thursday off. Some stories I wanted to note, a lot of them aren't really Angel related, but it relates to the events that happened this weekend. Some of the wild ones, I should say. The White Sox culture has been questioned. Kenyon Middleton, that was traded to from the White Sox to the Yankees, says, and Lance Lynn also said, agreed with it. Was the culture of the team, the clubhouse was really just crazy and hands off, honestly. That's what Lance Lynn was saying, and Kenyon Middleton. And then that leads to the story I found as well with Tim Anderson. Of course, you've seen him lately getting a right cross to the face and a knockout. Getting back to the clubhouse. So, the story came out, Grandal was not in the lineup the day before the All-Star break. And I thought he was going to get traded. But he wanted to leave early just in case. He made it clear. And then Tim Anderson saying, F him. If he doesn't want to be here, I'll pay for his flight. And then Grandal went over to Tim Anderson, who was in the tub, and slapped him across the face. So the White Sox, the drama's in that clubhouse, no doubt about it. So with that, the suspensions came out from the little fight that happened. Tim Anderson suspended 6 games, and I thought that was right. He's the one that really started it all with the hands up, and then whenever you're ready to go like that, you're ready to go. Alright, so the next guy, Jose Ramirez, got 3 games, and Emmanuel Clase got 1 game. And then some coaches also got some suspensions as well, including Grifflo, the White Sox manager. And then the funny part about all this is that the Guardians' High A minor league affiliate is hosting a Jose Ramirez Appreciation Week where all fans named Tim get a free ticket to sit down on the grass. So it's probably down the line or in the outfield. But imagine that. If your name's Tim and you're in the area of that High A affiliate, you don't have to pay to go to the game. You can get allowed right in. You just have to show your ID. So if you're Tim, get to that game. That's for sure. And again, I saw the question of the day, what's your favorite Mike Trout memory? I mentioned, definitely the fact that he homered a lot on opening day and his birthday. And then what bothered me too, I saw this little clip about Kevin Brown's pregame comments on the Orioles' recent record against the Rays. And Kevin Brown, of course, is the television play-by-play guy for Messin 2 that carries the Oriole games. And he just mentioned how poor the record was. He was having some humor with it, a little bit. And then I guess the ownership from the brothers there or one brother who owns the team from the Orioles, gave Brown an indefinite suspension from the broadcasts. I thought how soft that was, and Artie Moreno would do the same damn thing. If Wayne Randazzo ever said something humorous about a losing streak against a team which the Angels can, or losing record, I should say. So whenever the Astros face the Angels, I guess Wayne Randazzo won't be joking about it because he'll lose his job. That's why I like being here with Halos in the Infield. You can say pretty much, almost say whatever you want to. You have to keep it, not professional, but you have to keep it without doing harm or to somebody's race or creed or whatever. And I just thought that was so low against the Orioles ownership to do that to their play-by-play guy. Anyway, first game of the 3-game series, the Giants, second in the wild card. They have a wild card spot with Logan Webb going today, the right-hander. The Angels wanting to be where they are, but 56 and 57, fourth in the AL West. Again, now 7 games out of the 7 out of the wild card. It's not looking good for the Angels. And Sandoval, the lefty, going for the Angels today. And that'll be all for the HITI Pre Game Show. Again, check out the post-game show with Todd Fox. He'll be at the game, so so hopefully he'll go live on the Instagram sometimes, and then the post-game show will be delayed just a tad because he'll be driving back from the ballpark. So remember that as you're waiting for the live notification. Just wait for the bell to go off and subscribe to that, or put that bell on, the check mark, so you know when it'll come on tonight. Go Halos, we'll see what happens. Later.